Hi, Cancer. So, welcome to your April reading. You guys are last this month, and that's not for no reason. I just needed to have the time for this reading because I feel we have to talk. We have a lot of things to talk about. So, first off, I want to say hello to the Cancers that have come to me for personal reading. Hello. Welcome back. So, Cancers, we have to admit something to ourselves this month, and we have been avoiding it a little bit, and we have tried to just survive March. Why did I say March? Maybe because there's a lot of things going on in March right now. There is this new life path and this new energy we arrived in since last year. It has been a journey. It's not like something that just happened like a couple weeks ago, even though it has empowered itself and has become stronger the last 2 months. Looking at situations differently. And the thing is that once we commit to something, once we commit to a person, or once we commit to a job, right? We can have, for example, a dream, a goal, a thing we want to reach, or a certain profession we want to work in. And we can achieve a lot. We know how to reach, that destination. But we also know that sometimes that just doesn't make us happy along the way. But because we're that loyal, because we're that committed to things, once we're committed, we continue on the same path. And what we find on that life path is that we got obstacles, and the most random things start to pop up. That's like sort of like the universe trying to redirect us towards our soul path again. But we're already committed. We're already focused on that goal or that person or that relationship. We're already in. So we don't just, like when we have the intuition that something is not that good, or something doesn't make us happy, or that person is not that good for us, we don't just walk away the next day or something. That's what's happening right now. But it's more in the realization, decisions, right? In the realization that what we are meant to do, the pathway we're supposed to walk on, and that what we're doing, or the person we're with, is not that person, it's not that job, it's not what is making us happy. It's just no longer connects. It's like a disconnect, right? Exactly, a disconnect. That can make you feel like falling down from the tower, because it was everything we worked towards, everything we were focused on, everything we putting our energy, love, attention, commitment towards, and then you just realize it's not making me happy, And then we don't walk away, we continue on the same path because we're committed, right? And like I said, obstacles appear, just things appear, where it just puts more spotlight on the situation. Like, listen, it's not for you, Cancer. You don't want to see, keep walking. Okay, I'll put a spotlight here, all right, on this situation. I'm gonna put a focus on that situation. You see it now, and we see it, and we sort of acknowledge it, right? We see it, but we continue to walk because we're committed, because we're loyal. And often we intend to be loyal towards the wrong people, the wrong work environment. But it's not, we don't look at people in situations. You know, we're not in a relationship and then we just look at the relationship like, oh, this person has a lot of drama, or this person has a lot of this, or a person has a lot of that, and that just is not good for me because it's taking everything out of me. No, we don't look at that. We look at the person as a soul, as a energy, as wounded, and we're healers. Whether we like it or not, all cancers are healers. We intend to get people, wounded souls on our life path. And in that, we find our own karma and grow lessons. So it could be Aquarius. But this card is beautiful because it represents our story right now. This is a person, this is a star card, is getting in tune and finally in tune with our passion, with what is truly meant for us, with what is truly equal, give and take. It's like finding out your soul purpose. If we're not in tune with our soul purpose, the universe will not let us move forward. We'll try, we'll keep going, but it in the end, we realize that we have that realization moment when, oh my God, I'm really unhappy. I'm really not happy. That moment has to come before we take action. It just does. But I spoke about like the evolvement of the Cancer souls, right? The evolution of our Cancer souls that is like a next level version of us. And yes, we are more like even like mastering the art of healing, like even better, but also no longer will we neglect us, not like we used to, and that's beautiful. And I know this reading is not maybe for everybody, but of a very small particular Cancer group that needs these type of readings. So I hope it resonates for you, and I hope for you to stay. But we go deep here, like that's why this is one of the only Cancer, like, or one of the only readings I'm doing like with like the candlelight and in peace with some white sage on, you know, burning, and we go deep here. Like we're that deep group. We need this healing together. We come together in this Cancer reading, and we connect our souls, and we heal each other. So that's why, like I said, the Tower moment. In a way, we love the Tower moment. Like, because we sometimes we kind of want out in days. We kind of feel like we gaining the strength to walk away and let things as is, and then our committed, loyal, and how do you say that? Compassionate side comes up, and then we stay. And it's not that we always, I love this reading already, because that's where we're going towards Cancer. That's where we're moving towards, but we have to talk about what is going on right now. Because like I said, we're having this realization of, I now know why I just wasn't happy. I now know this really wasn't for me. And you're starting to walk on this new path and packing really light. Like releasing a lot of things from the past. A lot. And because we now are able to look at situations as they were, you know, without the hurt, without the emotions, of course we always will feel something towards it, but we're not trying to fix it in our minds. We're not trying to make up the reasons why this or that happened, or why this person left, or why they weren't honest, or it's not important anymore. The why isn't important anymore. It's about what was your role in it and what was the lesson. And the lesson we learned, oh yes, we've learned against it. We've learned how to now be both. Be masculine and feminine at the same time. Be a healer, but also a receiver of healing. Being able to say no when we need that retreat moment for us to heal. And what's also so interesting, what I've realized is that what I already know is that when we have problems, we don't go to other people. We don't. Often we just retreat. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm having so much trouble with my speech during this Mercury retrograde. It's crazy. So we, like I said, we take time to retreat and take some time off. We know when we need that moment of rest, because we get annoyed with other people. We get overwhelmed. We get that nauseous feeling in our stomach when there are too much energies around us. There are too many people pulling at us, you know, because they're used to us always showing up. And we do. But when we are in need of healing, we intend to just, like, I just see now, look at the expression on his face. If you can see it, I hope so, because the candlelight is not that strong. But he is wounded. You see bandits wrapped around his head. He's wounded, and he needs healing, and he needs some time to take some time off and, you know, rest. And what we tend to do is feel like those other 8 ones are just like sort of attacking us or something, because we are not able to connect to those energies. They're too heavy. It's just like huge mountains all of a sudden. They start to attack us more. Like, he looks a little scared, you know, he looks a little on the fence, like that. So we naturally know when we need that moment alone, and if we ignore it, then we just get really tired and we just get annoyed with people, and we can lash out sometimes, but it's more out of not frustration, it's more lack of security in a way. Like, we feel attacked by everything instead of us just, you know, connecting to the other people and just healing them. And then we transmute their energy, the negative lower vibration energy, into something positive, and they leave with a positive energy, and we transmute their energy, and then we get energy. And it's just what we do. We constantly exchange energy with other people, and we heal their energy. We take them to a higher vibration again. That's what we do. It's not something we do like we're really like, okay, let me just take your energy and make it positive. Like, it's not something. It's something we do naturally, but it takes a lot of energy out. 3 of Cups. Beautiful. You know, I love the cards that come out so far, because it's really where we're going and moving towards. So, like I said, when we need help, when we are no, not when we need help. When we are confused, when we are thinking about situation, when we have problems and people like that, we don't intend to go to other people. That's not necessarily because we feel, yeah, we might feel like we're just a little too much or we don't want to bother other people with our problems. But it's not just that, it's also those other people really can't help you. Like if it's not something extremely practical, like for example, hey, can I use your car tomorrow because I really got this thing and I can't go. Like it's very practical, right? Or like I have this like this thing or whatever. Can I lean like 10 euros or something? Like it's not something we do, but it's like very something small and practical. Then we will ask for practical help. But when it comes to emotional help and understanding cancer, oh, they cannot help us. There's not one in the 11 zodiac signs that can help us. They just can't. So we don't even try to get help from them. It's also because everything we need is already inside us. And if you look at it in a higher perspective, then everybody has all the answers already inside. But we're not there yet. We're still like really 3D. Or, But cancer is, like I said, mentally or just emotionally asking for help or guidance. No, it's not something we'll do. It's not. We tried in the past, right? And then it just ends up us answering our own questions because they don't even know what is going on. The only smallest chance of finding some emotional understanding and guidance is finding another cancer and connecting to another cancer that is sort of like on the same level with their even with their moon and their rising. You need them to be able to connect or to have like something out of it. Like sometimes we just feel obligated to share to share our emotions or to ask for sort of guidance or help or share our emotional struggles because we feel otherwise the person feels like you're not opening up, because we hear that all the time, right, Kansas? Why are you so closed off? Why are you not opening up? Why aren't you talking about? It's because we're trying to protect the other person as well. We naturally know that is not something they can bear or they can do anything with. So if you already know it's a losing battle, then why even start it? And that's beautiful. Look at that. Temperance card. Could be dealing with a sedge. But I feel more is that finally that healing and that balance. Because we are in war. Sounds so dramatic, right? But we have been sort of at war with ourselves for a long time. It's really a Cancer trait to having all these feelings, emotions, and deep thoughts, but don't want to be that emotional and don't want to look that deep or don't want to, it's always that internal battle of what we feel, what we think, and what we persuade and what we let on to other people. It's not like we're trying to persuade ourselves as anything else, but we can be anything, right? If somebody needs us and needs us to be that, then we'll be that for that person to help them out. If somebody expects us to be at a party at a certain time and you're committed to that person and they let on that it's really important to them and you're actually not in the right you're not in the right mind frame to go, you actually need that retreat moment, you will still put that aside and go to the party because it's so important for that other person. That's beautiful, but for so long we have neglect like our needs and our wants for the situation or for the dream or for whatever. Apply it to your situation. Oh, and they love to take so much from us, right? They love how we love and care and give to them, and we love to give and take care, right? We love that, but sometimes and most times it's too much, and we let ourselves. That's very important. We let ourselves receive too little. And what we're revolving in that, it's not something we will do forever. It's revolving as Cancer souls. Because we now know that sometimes helping somebody is not helping somebody. And by neglecting your own peace of mind and your own happiness, it's not going to make anybody else happier. It's just going to build up bad karma for both parties. And all of this, right? All of that is what the tower is bringing down. That's where we are in right now. Feeling like the tower. Because the thing is that realizing something like wasn't for you and you really felt like it was for you, that's a tower moment. You're like, but I thought that made me happy. Why did I spend so long like doing that when it wasn't for me? I see that with a lot of cancers happening right now, but it's so beautiful because we're actually moving towards something so much better. And to the star card, like we're finally in alignment with what we're supposed to do, and we're gonna take that leap of faith towards it. Why not try this time, right? Why not give it a go and really go for it? And doesn't matter what other people gonna say. It doesn't matter what others gonna think. It doesn't matter, because we need to walk. We need to step up and evolve in a way. So let's look at the cards. Focus on career. Focus on manifesting a new beginning. Focus on letting things go and making decisions that may not be the most popular or favorable for other people involved. But no longer are you going to take the Seven of Swords energy with you, which is letting others just take so much. You know, and we're in Mercury retrograde, so obviously as a Cancer that they put us in a category. I don't like people in the categories, but if we just look at it like that, thinking about the past more heavily, we have a more hard time to let go of the past than the other sides, what they like to say. In a way we do, and in other ways it wouldn't be crazy if other people could do that too, because then they can learn from their mistakes. But okay. We're not here to judge anything. Everybody's walking their own soul path. So letting go and feeling this light energy from the Fool, I tell you, this Fool energy will not leave me alone. It's just so much what's representing the Cancer energies right now. It's just that packing light and just feeling the sun, and just we can breathe. We can now finally be ourselves. We can now finally admit to, you know how powerful it is to admit to yourself you're not happy. You know how important that part is of everything. And it's so important to just admit to yourself, you know what? I'm not happy. And the only person in this entire world that can make me happy is me. So let's do that. Let's give it a go. Let's take that leap. Let's manifest this. Because we can only manifest this. Nobody else can bring us an offer that's going to make us, No, it's us. We need to restructure our way of thinking, our way of building and manifesting our own stability. And this could be perfectly like in a relationship. It's not that right now you're all single and everything is like, of course there are a lot of like single cancers, but we're perfectly by ourselves, right? What is important in a relationship, and right now, if you are in a relationship, is that person that gonna jump with you. They're like, you know what, you're not happy? Let's go and change something about it. We need to, like, right? Three of Cups, like, I want you to be able to be happy. Let's celebrate. And yeah, you may not share all the things going on in your mind because I know I can't really help you, but I'm there with you and I stand behind you 100%. We're now going to go and find out what is making you happy, And it could be completely outside the relationship. It could be your soul, like your work. Maybe you're a light worker. Maybe you need to take different directions and you're no longer afraid to be completely honest with yourself. How powerful is that? I'm not happy. This is not making me happy. I thought I wanted this, but I don't want this anymore. It's out. It's out for the whole entire world to see. And no more Seven of Swords. No more hiding. I'm happy. I'm good. No, I'm not good. I'm not happy. Like that, right? Like breathe it out. And then let's bring that tower down. And it's perfect that other person is just standing next to you and say, you know what? I did not know that, but I'm so glad you told me. Let's do something about it. Breathe. And that's where the full energy comes in. I love looking at the full. I always feel so free. And look at this card. It's like, oh, let's go. And this time it's right. It's the right path, Cancer. This time you know. And I know that I have a lot of emotional cancers here. Because I can feel you guys' tears coming out. So, yes, that release. Right? Perfect. Also, that energy. Page of Cups. We don't always need to be the King of Cups. We don't always need to be the Queen of Cups. We can just be a Page of Cups. This is what I'm going to give to you right now. I'm just going to be Page of Cups. Like, I can't give you that whole king situation right now. I need to have something else for myself. And it's also, I look at this card right now today, and this is this young boy, and he has this cup, and he has this very cute little blue fish. I'm going to show you guys the card in a bit. Very cute little blue fish. He's just looking at the fish, and he's just talking to it, having conversations with it. And he's not scared to look crazy out there in the street talking to a fish in his cup. Well, it's me. I'm liberated, right? I'm free. I'm going to work my soul spat, whatever you think about it. I'm going to talk to the fish in a cup right on the street in front of everybody. I don't care. I'm not hiding anymore. Star card. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to show the card. You see? He's just talking to the fish. He's like, hey, how you doing? But like I said, like two different things I feel with this card. It's okay to not always be the queen and the empress and everything, It's sometimes okay to give in a way of the Page of Cups energy. Love it. Scorpio card. Death card. Endings and starting of new cycles. And what I say is that realization moment of you knowing that what you're doing or where you are at is not for you, it's not easy. It's not the most comfortable feeling right away. It's when you start to decide to take action on it, is when you start feeling that lighter energy and the release and the healing. And that's what that card represent for me, is changes and it's not always most comfortable, but very necessary, very divinely guided, and very beautiful new beginnings instantly, because we have death and then comes rebirth. We are rebirthing, like it's beautiful. And all of us, Seven of Cups, definitely. That's more of like the energy I feel where we come in before we walk that path for that leap of faith. It's because I'm gonna also talk a little bit about love, because I see a very strong love situation I need to talk about a little bit. But before that, after realization and after realizing and allowing yourself to be honest with yourself that you're not happy, that comes the question period of like, what is making me happy then? And it could be that you are finding something and you're starting something and you feel so in alignment with it, and then you just realize you've been walking the wrong path, and then you will go and move towards this a lot quicker. But there are a lot of cancers that just need to make decisions and see things as is, which is getting more easy for us. People are revealing their true self all the time right now. And then you move into that energy. But definitely endings and rebirths. But the true alignment rebirth, it's not just another phase of, let's do another karmic cycle, guys. No. Not this time around. Ooh. Yeah. Look at the bottom of the deck, World card. That is exactly what I was just talking about. Look at that opposite energy. Opposite energy. And it was blocked. Like I didn't even see the Nine of Cups was under it. But when you reveal, look at that. That's beautiful. What's that revealing? I'm not gonna lie, anxiety is gonna kick in a little bit. Has been kicking in a little bit. One day it feels good, other day you're doubting yourself. It's really that Seven of Cups energy, right? And I'm glad it came out so we can talk about it. I feel that finding that situation, realizing what is making you feeling emotionally content with the Nine of Cups has just got you in the Nine of Swords. It's just blocking the happiness, right? It's just being in your mind, but thinking like, yeah, but I'm already committed to this, but I am already like in this relationship, and what am I supposed to do? I have like 2 kids. Like, what now? Like, is this like, how can I just realize that this is really not for me and I want to move to like overseas or something? And I know that that's my soul path, but I don't want to disappoint nobody. I don't want to make the wrong decision. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that, but that's okay. That's okay that you're being a little on the fence about it. That's a process. That's a very important part of the process. And I feel that has been going on. Knowing something and acting on it are two different things, two different stages. Knowing something but not able to act on it got you in the Nine of Swords. Even though it's something good, even though it's making you, it will bring emotional fulfillment, it will bring emotional contentment, but it is triggering other parts, your loyalty, your commitment, your things that can get really confusing, you know. But that's a phase, that's another step. It's not the final destination. You're not going to feel like that forever. It's releasing of old belief systems. That's intense, because your mind is the last thing that caught up. So how does that work? You first have your spiritual side that tells you something, intuition, right? So you know, you feel something. Then you have your body that's catching up with that. And last and after that comes the mind that adapts to that new thing, or that new to that decision or realization. When you can spiritually feel something and trust it and know it and believe in it, your body will pick it up. It will, react to it, and then your mind's going to catch up later on. So whatever your mind is telling you right now, it's okay. It's a natural response. But as long as you know that you know that you know this is your path. Well, yeah, feel that you feel that you feel, because knowing, is also mind. So, and, so let's see what is coming up. So what? It's like some outcome cards or something we're moving towards. I will be talking about that love relationship just in a bit. It came out in reverse, but I'm going to put it back upright, because I don't really like to read the reversals. I don't think that, as long as if it falls out really in reverse upright, like, in front, I'm like, sometimes I'll take it. But with this one, it's what we were talking about, right? King of Cups. So still coming from that king energy, but it's more of like, after going through this, after taking this time for yourself, that's when you can be a king again. But that can be truly come up as a king, and yeah, Strength card. It's really beautiful, because feeling emotionally in alignment with what you do is calling out passion, is like making you feel powerful again. And together with the Nine of Cups as well. Emotional fulfillment. This is where you were supposed to go all along. And here you go. We got the Strength card, and then we have the Nine of Swords. Is that final thing you have to tackle down, with the Strength card. It's an inner strength you're going to show this time around. Is different. So it's beautiful. So let's talk a little about that love relationship we got. That somebody was dealing with, I feel like a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. I'd apply it to your situation. Could like they coming up as a Scorpio energy out here. That person is narcissistic. I'm sorry. That person is literally a sucker. Like a soul sucker. And you know it. You know, if this is that situation for you, there is one person that is just selling you plastic cups. Spray gold. It's not gold. Is that situation again with the Seven of Swords as well? What I would like I always say with this card is like, I have this beautiful two swords, And I'm going to give them both to you because you mean the world to me, right? And they're amazing. And I try to collect these 2 amazing swords for my entire life. And it's all I have. And I give it all to you. And then they just walk up with 5 more. And they're just going to, I don't know, keep them from their self. Or they're just going to give other people also 2 beautiful swords. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. And especially with the 7 of Cups. It's not like all that glitters and gold type of, situation. But they can talk. Oh, can they talk? Can they talk? Like, so persuading and so intriguing, like a Scorpio energy. I'm not saying that all Scorpios like that, but it's a typical Scorpio energy I'm feeling. So that is not for everybody, but it's got you in your mind. He is content with everything you're giving him. He or she, sorry. But you're drained to the core. Like, you're not receiving anything. You can get support out of this man or woman for the life of you. You are always the one running. You are always the one giving. This person is Cancer. Let me put it like this. You're always a very strong, powerful person. Whether you're a man or a woman, people look at you as a very powerful person. Especially when you're single, because we're not like very depending on anybody, right? We send out that very strong, independent vibe out. It's an energy we send out naturally. We don't do it on purpose. But people with narcissistic ways and traits love a powerful man or woman in their, let me put it like that, in the palm of their hand. Like they doll, right? They can play you like that. They love it so much. They feed off that. They feed off the only the idea of controlling somebody emotionally or physically or anything that would normally not give that to anybody else. That is so strong and so powerful. And I love to make you believe that you need them. Sorry. It's just stupid because we don't need anybody. It's not like we don't. It's just really in the end, like we don't need anybody, and they know that, but they make us sort of believe that in a way, and that's why I feel that's what I felt when the 9 of Swords came out, but it was covered by the 9 of Cups, because sometimes the 9 of Cups guy can be very, can have a traits of narcissistic ways. And because it's blocked by that, it's like, what is the reason for these 9 of Swords? What is the reason for this anxiety, these sleepless nights, this anxious feeling? And then we have this narcissistic guy right under it, and he's just feeling happy of you feeling like this. So if you're dealing with that situation, please bring a tower down on that. Please make sure that you are coming in through alignment with yourself and do whatever you have to do for that. Meditate, do a lot of soul work, soul searching, taking time out for yourself away from this guy. Like, he wants you to be the king and he's just a page. So I'll give you this if you get me that, all of that. You give everything and they just give a little. So that's like the other side of what I see. And it's not for everybody, but for some of my Cancers. Overall, it's a great reading because it's just where we're moving towards. And just let Mercury come and go as it comes and goes. Just don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't push it. I know the focus is off. Yes. Now, got the storylines out. Now they're letting me, look at you, letting me get to the good stuff. I love this. Oh, Cancers, I love this. The Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. That is exactly, exactly what we need. This is the same person, like I said, like the person who is able to build everything by themselves, is able to, be emotional independent, grow everything through love and care and everything. So there's no soul path. Yeah, there is money on that path, because it's not like we can only be in alignment with something that doesn't bring us money. It's not about that. It's a natural follow, but it's not the first motivation. It will never be your first motivation. If it's truly in alignment with your soul path, it's because they have fire and passion and love for it, and then money follows after that. You will never do it just for the money. But this is the thing, is that rediscovering that you don't need anybody, but if they are there and they support you and they help you get through certain things, more quicker, because they have that trait, more than us, that's when things are equal and it's perfect. So this is a perfect way to step into a relationship, right? Emotionally balanced and knowing your worth, knowing what you do and what you don't want. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, that is these two cards together is like money card. It's like money is coming. You maybe not really expecting it, but yeah, money is coming. It's just coming in. It's just rolling in. But with it as well is that cycle is ending of us just, like I spoke about, right? Overgiving, staying loyal to situations that are not truly make us happy. Universe stepping in. He's always stepping in with Cancer. He will not let you get you and keep you stuck into a situation too long, because we have we're too important for the collective. Like, we're too important for the other souls in this world, so they won't let us. But we get the most hard lessons out of all the signs, because we need to have compassion and the deeper knowing and understanding of other people's emotions and stuff, so we go and grow through a lot in life ourselves. We just have that. We can't help that. So with that comes great responsibility as well. But the thing is that right now we're turning the wheel, and now we're gonna let it work for ourselves, so we can move into this full energy of feeling light and release. And this is a crazy long conversation, guys. You know what I would love to do, for example, for like May readings, like just do a live session with you guys, so we can have talk and have conversations. But I don't think it would be very fair for everybody else. And maybe I wouldn't even be able to really concentrate, well, at least not during Mercury retrograde. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming and stopping by and having this conversation with me and joining me in on this deeper type of readings that we got going on here. And it's just, I'm always listening to my intuition when it comes to my readings. So it might not be always like the most popular thing, or I'm not even focused on that, if I'm honest. Like, I'm not focused on the views and the subscriptions and stuff. I like it when I like the comments, because the comments are not just for me or something. It's just a lot of times people find each other in the comment section. So I love that. That's just like makes my heart feel so much like filled with gratitude and stuff, because that's the moment where I feel okay, that video is there and those two people find each other, and that wouldn't have happened if I didn't upload that video. So that for me is like a reassurance. But what I find most important is that I reach the right souls. So is that a small group? It's a small group. If that is a big group, it's a big group. But it's not determining like whether I am successful or not. I feel successful when somebody tells me that the reading that I did really helped them out and helped them forward, and they felt understood and appreciated in the reading. And that's the most important thing to me. That's the reason why I'm here, because I would love to do this full time, but like financially it's not possible yet. So have to find a way, because I would love to help, just full-time help people. That's like my number one focus. I don't know why I'm getting so personal. I don't even think that anybody is like watching this 15-minute video. Anyway, Cancer, thank you so much. I love you guys to like the moon and back again. So I hope this was in any way helpful, and if you're doubting to take that leap of faith, please take that leap. If you feel connected, like so connected, don't be afraid of other people's opinions. And I know there are a lot of Cancers out there with a supportive husband or wife, so, or boyfriend or girlfriend. Yes, that was it. I hope I see you guys back in May for the May readings. I can't believe it's almost May, but I love it though, because springtime for here, like for us, is starting. So like I love that the sun's coming back. It's making me feel a lot better. So anyway, I'm talking too much. Mercury retrograde will be over by then. I will feel way more in my element again. So thank you so much for this lovely Friday night session, sort of. Depends on when you're watching this. And I'll hope to see you guys next month. Bye, Cancer. Take care of yourself first this month, please. Thank you. Bye. Love you guys.